In Roseville, inventory has increased 30% compared to the last year, and in Sacramento, inventory has been increasing too, but the absorption rate has dropped to 4 out of 10. So basically, if 10 homes are listed, only 4 are selling. So in this video, I will exactly show what it means if you're looking to buy or sell in Placer or Sacramento County. Let's start with Roseville because it is the best snapshot of how Placer County is cooling but not collapsing. In August, Roseville had 355 active listings, which is 9% less than last month in July, but overall is 30% higher than compared to last August. Closed sales came around 160 homes, which are almost similar to what we saw in July, but it has decreased 11% if we compare it to last year, which means even though the inventory has increased, but there are less buyers in the market. The most telling signal here is the pending sales. The pending sales has increased a lot. They have increased 15% just compared to last month of July, but they have increased by 22% if we compare to the last year. What does that mean? Even though there were less closings, but we have seen few rate cuts in this month, which might have pushed more buyers into the market. Thus, we can see more pending. This means the new buyers are starting entering the market as the interest rates have been coming down. So Roseville is sitting at 2.2 months of inventory, which means if there is no new homes entered into the market for next 2.2 months, we still gonna have enough homes to sell. Even though the months of inventory has decreased a little bit from the last month, as last month it was 2.4 months and now we're at 2.2 months, but still the absorption rate is almost similar. So in simple language, we can say last year when the listings were coming to the market, they were just gone in few weeks, but now half of the listings are not sold in the first month, which gives buyer more breathing room as they have more inventory to decide from. Prices in Roseville have stabilized year over year, where the average sold price has remained around $704,000, which is identical to the last August, which means if you would have bought a house last year or this year, you would have gotten it at the same price. But the pricing has decreased 4.3% just from the July. The houses which were sold were from a little bit of the higher price point or the bigger sizes. That could be the reason we have seen the decline in the pricing so fast. The average per square feet price is sitting around $312 per square feet, but this number can change completely in your local neighborhood. For example, just in Roseville, if you go to the West Park area, from my experience, what I've been seeing in past couple of months, the houses are selling around $240 to $250 per square feet. But if you go to a little bit high-end areas like Crocker Ranch, there the houses have been easily selling from $280 per square feet to somewhere $300 per square feet. So it completely depends on what area are you located in. But the point to be noted here is the average sale price is 97% of the average listing price, which means if the house is listed for $1 million, it's selling around $970,000. So buyers here have a more room to negotiate and breathe, and at the same time, when you do have a lot of inventory out there, there are high chances you're gonna get a really good deal. Sacramento is also showing a slower pace with more supply and inventory building up, but less closings and pricings which are almost constant with a little bit of room here and there when we compare month-to-month sales. In August, Sacramento had 812 homes for sale, which means that the inventory is almost 34% higher than last year August. Pending sales are around 344 homes and absorption rate is sitting around 40%, which means out of 10 listings, only 4 homes are selling. Average sold price is around $623,000, which is a little bit lower than the July of this year, but surprisingly, it's 1.3% higher than last year, which means we are almost sitting around the same pricing we had last year. The average per square foot is sitting around $341, and the average listing price for the active listings is sitting around $676,000. Sellers in Sacramento have been clearly more aware and also putting their prices for sale at a realistic pricing. Even though the average listing price is sitting around $676,000, but the average sale price is around $623,000, which means there is still some gap between the listing price and the sold price. But in my opinion, being working as a listing agent, I think that is required, because in today's market every buyer is asking for the incentives or rate cuts on the homes. So it's better to price a little bit higher than whatever the homes been selling around, but I won't recommend to price it too high, because then your houses just end up sitting on the market for longer and longer and attracts less showings and less buyers. But the most concerning point is the average days on market. So right now the home in Sacramento is taking around 38 days to sell, which is 52% higher than last August, because in last August the house was only selling in 25 days. So that's a big change. And we also saw that homes are selling at the lower price than in listing, so there is basically no rush from the buyers and there are no multiple offer situations. There could be still few homes which might gonna get a multiple offers if they're priced really well or have really unique value to offer, but overall the listings are taking good enough time to sell. So if you're a buyer, it's actually the best in the last 3-4 years, when there was a seller's market and it was very hard for buyers to secure a nice property. But now with all that inventory building up, you have a chance. You can really get a good deal, you can really get a good incentives, and you can also get a credit to buy down your interest rate. So you will have a cheaper home at a cheaper interest rate than compared to if you would have bought a couple of years ago. So this is really putting you 3 to 4 years ahead of everyone else who has bought in past couple of years. And now let's discuss about the nationwide reason about why this is happening, why the pending sales has increased, why still the homes are selling under the listing prices, why it's taking so long to sell the home. So first, the reason the pending sales has been increasing is the decreasing interest rates. This is the first time in past 1 year where the interest rate came to the mid to low sixes range. When the interest rates come down, more buyers able to qualify, and then more buyers wanted to buy. At the same time, sellers who have been sitting in their property or wanted to downsize or upsize, and the only reason they are not doing it because of their sub 4% interest rate. Anytime they see, but now as they see that interest rate coming down, so they see a hope there. So there is a light after the tunnel that they will able to get a new home, even though they will able to get it around 6% at this time, but there are chances if the interest rate kept going down, they might able to refinance them in future and secure a good interest rate. So they have started listing more homes as well, and at the same time started looking for new homes, and that's the reason the pendings has went up. And now let's discuss, even if though the interest rates are coming down, why we are still seeing such a frozen market, why there is not too much movement going on, why it's taking so long to sell the homes. The reason behind that is inventory has increased really fast. We are almost 21% higher in inventory compared to last August. So a lot of buyers are still scared of that high monthly mortgage payments, and at the same time it's getting hard for them to just get qualified for the loan. I work with so many buyers and seen so many of them just being disqualified because their income is not good enough to support a home for their needs. So either they're getting qualified for a very small amount and not able to like anything in that price range, or they are not just getting qualified. Even though the interest rate came down, but houses are taking longer to sell because buyers are still scared and buyers are still waiting for the interest rates to come down. So what does this mean if you're a buyers or sellers? If you're a buyers, so it's a great news for you, as the inventory is almost 34% higher in Sacramento or Placer County, and which opens up a lot of new options for you, a lot of room to negotiate as more options. Houses are sitting on market for longer, and if there is a needy seller, he is willing to make a deal. So all you need is to find a deal. Also for you, there's one more tip from me: go check with the new home builders. New home builders are the one who are offering really great incentives these days. They are buying down the interest rates as low as to 4%, even though the outside rates are around 6.5%, and they are also covering your closing costs, giving you solars, and plus you're giving a brand new homes. Obviously the brand new homes comes with some cons. The biggest one is Melrose. The Melrose taxes are really high, so you're going to be paying maybe $250 to $300 just in Melrose. Also the another con is the lots have become a lot smaller. Just in the last 3 years I've seen the lot sizes decrease from 7,000 to around 5,000, even for the home size around around like 27-2800 square feet. So that has been a big change. But if you're okay with those two things, there are a lot of good deals out there. You still might be able to get a bigger lots, but Melrose is quite common. I am very specialized in brand new homes too, and if you are looking to buy a brand new home, you are more than welcome to reach out to me. My contact information is a description. And now let's discuss if you are sellers. So for sellers, you need to be very careful and aware of today's market. First thing you need to do is be realistic. You have to let go all your false hopes that if you have bought a home in last 2-3 years and you might gonna get a lot of money. I have listed a couple of listings recently where the buyers have bought just a few years ago, and they were not happy whatever they're gonna keep after selling their home. The reason I feel like is there is this belief that houses are supposed to gain equity every year, which is quite true, but then it depends on the markets too. Past couple of years have not been really great for the real estate, especially this year. If you have bought in the past couple of years, there are low chances you might gonna make any profit. You might also gonna end up being in loss. That's just a reality. But if you want to sell your home, there are two things you need to be very careful about. First thing, pricing. Your listing agent should be very experienced in your local market and should be checking the comps just for your local market, not with whole Roseville or whole Sacramento, because every pocket, every neighborhood is different. So once you guys decided on a good pricing, the second thing you need to get is a good listing agent whose strength is marketing, so he can market your homes by thinking out of the box. They should be maybe posting up videos on social media. That's one of the best one. Maybe running the paid ads on social media, or Facebook ads, or Google ads, or doing the flyers, or whatever, or everything, right? So whatever brings attention to your home, whatever puts your home in front of more audience, that's a listing agent you need to be working with. Because in today's market, the reality is it's really hard to sell the home. The only thing we real estate agents can do is market your home properly and put it in front of most of the people. And if it's priced good and the house has been put in front of more people, the money is invested into things like photo shoot and videos and all, I'm pretty sure you will still able to get a buyer who is willing to buy your home. So don't lose the hope. Don't start pulling the listings out. I've seen people just after a couple of weeks, we don't want to sell a home, we want to put it back. But the reality is it's taking almost 60 days to sell the house into this market. So give yourself some chance. So that is pretty much it. I think from this video, either you're a buyer or you're a seller or just want to know more about the local market, this will help. Video is shot in September, but the data is collected from last month, August. The reason is I normally wait till the next month for the data from the past month to appear, so I can study and research the data better and make up videos like this. I'm gonna make another video for this month, in September, most likely somewhere in next month. I normally try to post up videos around the mid of the month, but this time I got a little delayed. But yeah, if you have gotten any value from this video, just subscribe the channel and share this video with your friends. I will try to make more videos like this to educate you about your local market. And if you are located in some specific market around this area which I haven't discussed in this video, let me know. I can try to analyze the data in your area and will create a video about that. But thank you for watching.